All right, today's question is, should some portions of the Bible be disregarded? That's a good question. I would say no. I think that the things that are in the Bible are in the Bible, maybe for a reason, even if the reason is that people decided that they should be in the Bible, which is probably the reason why things are in the Bible in the ways that we have it now. But I also think that we don't have to take everything in the biblical text, in the Bible, in the scriptures, literally, right? So for instance, this story in Judges 11, the story of Jephthah's daughter, I don't think we need to take that story literally. You have this man who makes his vows to God, to the divine, that if God gives him, victory over his enemies, that he will sacrifice the first being that comes out of his house. You may or may not know the story. And then what happens is the man's daughter comes out the house, and he's like, oh, well, now I have to sacrifice my daughter because I made this vow to God. God gave me the victory over my enemies. Now I got to kill my daughter. Now, I don't think that we have to take that scripture literally. I also don't think that that story should be taken out of the Bible. I think there are ways that we can use that story and look at that story through our own understanding of justice or liberation, through our own understanding of what does it really mean to love, right? To love someone. What does it mean to take seriously our faith in a way that doesn't harm someone else? But I still think that that story is helpful in some ways. It can show, one of the things I think it does is it shows how sometimes our understanding of faith or spirituality or religion can be harmful to others. So if we contrast that story with the ways in which Jesus has shown up in the New Testament in ways that does not harm other folks, right? The story when Peter cut off the soldier's ear, Jesus did not just go ahead and get rid of the soldier. Jesus healed the soldier, put the ear back on, and rebuked Peter for the sense of violence, right? And so, again, I think both of those stories are helpful. I think that even these portions of scripture that we may not agree with, I think they're helpful to be in the text. But again, we don't have to take those particular scriptures or those stories literally.